So, I mean, all 8 players in this lobby are very capable of going off at any moment. The 4 specific people we're told to look out for, Noble and Keg on the Sloth side, and I believe that's J Mel's and Austin are going to be on the Maui Chum side. So pay attention to them for some big numbers. But we are in here. Game number 1, Den Hardpoint.
Game number 1, Din Hardpoint. Maui Chums is able to get the time first, but this P1 can be a very mixy fest here on the Din. And ultimately, you're looking at the Maui Chums playing towards that going to be the preferred position. So they're looking to continue to pressure this P1, but also continue to keep the spawns for that P2. But it looks like the man Banishable is on a deep flank already. It looks like Relapse may know that something's up, but he's not going to get the read quite there. Somebody else is going to spawn with Banishable. They're going to be able to find him window, and that should, yes, it does flip the spawn. So now Seattle, able to get some good time here on P1, are going to have the preferred sides towards P2 as well.
Yeah, I mean, great time on P1, able to flip those just at the right time and able to keep these first waves of players off. They're going to have at least a guaranteed few seconds here before anyone gets any contest. We do see a spawn in the back there. Number 6 is not going to get that read. They're going to have some interesting timing here just next to each other. And the Sloths are going to come out on top there. We see a fight here. J Mel's in, able to break into the hard point here. Banishable last alive, not able to get that last kill. So Maui Chums are in with the preferred spawns with about 40 seconds left on the hill. If they get everything here, it's going to bring it back towards even, and the rest of this map can be pretty mixy. This P2 is typically what we're seeing teams get a lot of time on so far. That's going to be 3 dead for the side of Maui Chums. Banishable last alive here towards this U side, looking to make something happen on old with about 20 seconds left. Hearing some moaning there from the players. We're going to get that all night here in Black Ops 7.
Yeah, the characters are a little sus in this game so far, but Seattle is able to break in to get some of this scrap time. Rotation's already coming over. J-Mels has a big 1v1 here versus Banish, and he is going to win that, but there is another player close. That's Chernobyl. It's able to pick off Zin, shooting from the dojo side, and he knows that J-Miles is here as well, so Seattle able to get into this time early, but they do need to worry about getting this player out of 10. Chernobyl is going to find him. There is going to be a spawn in the back. Let's see if he gets his gun up in time. He gets the knife, though. Good reads on the spawn out there. That player trying to take the pinch, and Seattle setting up good here on the P3.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing we know about this Sloths team is that Hardpoint is going to definitely be their game. I haven't seen them on Search. These are all, I mean, they're 4 capable Search players as well, don't get me wrong there. But very strong in the respawns here. Going to be backed by, we're going to call out Keg here for probably being the guy that's going to slay the most. Really not doing it so far, but I'm sure he'll pick it up as he gets going. But the Maui Chums, obviously no slouches on their side. Only down by 30 so far. Looks like they're going to get the rest of the scrap time as they get this rotation over to P4. But this is another money hill on Den. Having those dojo spawns can be risky sometimes. You can get kind of put in the spawn blender there, but early rotation is important. We do see Maui Chums able to pick up a few kills here on transition. J-Mal's able to pick up one, Austin another. Relapse able to pick up that last kill here, and they're going to have guaranteed dojo spawns here. So we still have a little bit of a mix here with Noble on time, able to pick up one before he falls, but Maui Chums are set up and ready to go for this next wave towards this P4.
Yeah, this P4 is so difficult to break from the front side. You have to really win your gunfights. You see J Miles here just holding the iron through that doorway. It's such a helpful position when you have those back spawns, and these Seattle Sloths are going to choose to continue to play through this red room side. They're going to have to win some big 1v1s here, and as of right now, the Maui Chums are just roaring. Zin is frying everybody. He finally gets traded, but his team is there for the cleanups as well. We see that potentially Sloths are looking at one more slight push here, but if Austin has anything to say about it, he's only going to get taken down by his teammates. So we're going to make our way over here towards the second rotation, back to P1. Seattle playing here early for the time, and we know P2 is going to be the big one we're looking for.
Yeah, I mean, Seattle had a good time P1 last time, able to pick up a lot of time, but we're on the other side. P1's kind of mixy sometimes. Sometimes it's easier to hold from sofa side. Sometimes it's easier to hold from like top window. It just really kind of depends. It's if you can get set up and get those players down. We see Seattle able to pick up 3 players off rip. Zin going to be the last one there, kind of to put some pressure towards their J-Mels, putting some good shots into Banish there, just pushing them back, not allowing them to get onto that time, just buying some time for their team. We're going to have to start seeing some routes here out of the side of Maui. We got about 20 seconds left. They're going to be looking for a flip. We see number 3 heading towards that roof side, able to, maybe get through here, but we see 3 players from the side of Seattle. He's going to get picked up. Chernobyl not able to pick up that kill, but is going to get some good info and some shots towards Relapse. Relapse able to hit the YY, hit some shots there for his teammates, and they are successfully into a P2. Spawns are going to be a little bit mixy here. Seattle get one player with Keg here in the back, just kind of holding spawns, and a couple players are spawning out there, those first initial players, and all kills are going to go this side of Seattle. They're going to have a little bit of a breath on their hand here as these players are going to split towards mid and roof.
Yeah, a little bit of split mid and roof. Looks like Noble was pushed up there towards the inner side, but is going to get taken out. They're doing a good job of holding from the front as well, able to get some pressure. It's going to funnel the Maui Chums through the middle of the map. Banish is set up here. Couches, he is going to get stunned, but he is going to win the one. There's a player, J Mouse, that's made it through window. He's able to get one in the back. That's going to get two there. Looking for more here in the hill time, but he's not going to get more, but that's going to allow the spawn from behind for Austin. He's going to be able to get in here into the hill, able to clean up the last player. Now Seattle Sloths are spawning out, but they got a nice chunk of time there on the P2, being able to hold, I think, a good maybe 35, 40 seconds there, and they're already looking over here towards new as well. J Mel's is the only player that's here. He is going to get sniffed out from 10. That's going to allow the Sloths to be here first in this P3. Looking to set up from the dojo side. We've got some mixy spawns going down there. One kill is going to come down, but they're going to get traded out, and now we're going to see some interesting splits and potentially parallels here, but looks like it's going to stabilize with the Maui Chums having to fight through the white side once again.
Yeah, Maui Chums have kind of been here, you know, first a couple times with J-Mel's, just no one else able to support him as on these rotations. You know, able to pick up a couple kills here, but this one is tough to break, especially from that white stone side. Maui Chums able to do it kind of here as I start talking about how difficult things are. It's just the caster curse on the positive side. But side of Seattle, they have two players towards mid, see if they can break in here. They don't really need this time. They just need to start focusing on this P4 and have a little bit better rotation. That transition last time had a couple, you know, faults there on the kills towards that dojo side, but Chernobyl able to pick up two on old time is going to spawn those players deep white, and they are not going to have time to touch you for a minute. So the side of Seattle Sloths able to pick up that transition, clean it up a little bit by getting some kills on that old time, and just buy themselves some time here in the P4. Up by about 40 points. Looking good so far.
Yeah, doing good here so far. They're looking to continue to keep this back spawn, but there is Maui Chums swarming every single position. The rest of the Seattle Sloths are spawning out towards the middle of the map, so this is going to be the potential break here for Maui. Noble's able to get a big two-piece there, though, but he is going to get taken out. But it looks like Seattle has forced a potential spawn out here. Yeah, it looks like they've got two players coming from middle, and they're going to clean up the last few players around this time. Noble's going to get another big two-piece near that red room towards the server side. J-Mel's is looking for him potentially, but I don't know if he's going to be ready for the instant shell. Shots coming down from either side, but Noble is going to win that one as well, but that does allow Austin to fight through the front for just a second, but is going to get taken out. So a great break there from the side of the Seattle Sloths, winning a lot of key gunfights, and we're going to be making our way over towards P1 again with a nice 60-point lead.
This dude's got the Aluka build. He knows what's going on. Too bad it's not the underbarrel you want to be using. Take it from an AR god himself here in the little cheater Wolfie in the 8s if you've been around in the chat a little bit. But side of Maui Chums, I mean, they've been close every single time here. Seattle Sloths, when, you know, we talk about this team, we talk about their biggest slayers being Noble and Keg. Noble's obviously going off here with 30 and 31 and 22, 32 and 22. Who knows how many kills. This dude's going to drop 50 every single map. He's so cracked, so good at the game. And honestly, we see Keg not even, you know, he's close to even, 16 and 18, but when the guy who's probably going to drop 50 every map doesn't drop 50 and you're still winning, things are going to be working for your team. And that's exactly what we're seeing here. I mean, we're constantly seeing Seattle just take over the kill feed. They're hitting these rotations perfectly. It just looks like Maui's they're just not ready for rotation. And Den's super important. You need to be ready for your rotations. You need to get there early. You don't want to try to break through some of these crucial hills. I mean, you look at P2, just how difficult it is to break, get them out of their spawn. And I mean, Maui Chums is trying here in the back, but they're losing player by player, just wasting time here. Seattle Sloths are just sitting comfy in the hill.
Yeah, sitting comfy here so far. And, you know, Den, there's a lot of potential money hills here. I mean, P1, relatively mixy, back and forth, nades, shots from every single position. But if you look at P2, can certainly lock this down for a big chunk of time. P3, you certainly can as well. You know, the P4 hill, it's just a lot of just really soakable hills, as the COD kids would say. And from the side of Maui, those rotations are so important. And we've just seen Seattle winning the early gunfights over towards those new hills, or having just more bodies in general. And we're going to see one last break attempt here, but it is going to get picked up, and that is going to lead the Seattle Sloths pretty much on the back of Noble there, slaying out for the gang with the map 1 victory.
Yeah, I mean, for a team that has claimed they're not playing very much and not getting many reps, they look pretty good. Granted, I mean, personally, our team would lose Den to a 4-pack of Twizzlers. I mean, we don't really have much to say about this map, but they look pretty good. I mean, Noble's
You never know
always
when you're going to run into the iron. You never know when you're going to get some crazy quick scopes from the gang. So it's always an enjoyable time.
Crazy quick
quick scopes.
Well, it's Colossus, so I mean, you're 2 seconds in, you're going to have at least 2 kills, especially if teams are getting a little bit more aggressive. Keg able to pick up 1, Noble able to pick up 2. That's going to be Relapse left alive back here on the heady. Able to pick up 1, turns this into a 1v2 here between Keg and Noble. Not honestly the 2 guys you want to be going up here. Keg is going to be back there on that heady that entire time. Don't expect him to move whatsoever. And you know Noble's going to be playing close with the sub. So Relapse got to get some good timing. He has the opportunity to split this into 2 1v1s. So good for him on that side, but he's just got to catch some good timings. And here, I think he's going to try to get this bomb down A. And by that, I mean he's going to try to rotate over towards B. I have no idea what's going on.
Now he's going to go back over towards A. Now he's not going to plant the bomb. Now people are going to start moving in the map. He's going to run out of time. Now he's going towards the middle of the map. Now he's going to go back towards A, or maybe his spawn. I think everybody's tweaking. We don't know what to do.
Dude,
It's a wrap of a century, but it gets red. He loses. Sloths win.
Alright. Bro. What are we
He
doing?
was trying to make a play. He was trying to make a play.
Don't catch any flack from me, Relapse. Don't worry. I'm quite possibly the worst search player that's ever played the game. Shit, I mean, good job from the side of Sloths. I mean, I was kind of worried that they're playing split. If one of them loses a gunfight, gets put into 1v1, but they don't have to worry about that. Relapse kind of just runs right into Noble there towards the end, but we'll kind of see as this develops. Colossus is really interesting, from the perspective of where you're trying to go, what you're trying to do. Relapse, we get to see him pull out the snipe here. Does anybody try to cross? Unfortunately, the shots are not going to hit, but Relapse does know there's players, gets another opportunity, but does not hit there. Seattle Sloths are going to know Relapse is playing over here, is going to see one cross, is able to get that iron up and ready to go. Keg able to pick up a player towards mid, but J-Mel's responds with 2. That is not J-Mel's. We have the old number glitch back again. I think that was Zin. He maybe picked up 2 there. Noble able to pick up Zin towards that side. Put down into a 2v2 here. Keg and Noble together once again towards this B-bomb, looking to push this towards Austin.
Yeah, and Austin's still playing towards the back. It looks like he's picked up an assault rifle as well to help him out. Relapse is on the pinch, but gets read by Keg and gunned. So now it's up to Austin here in the 1v2. Looks like the Sloths are going to rotate out over towards the A side. Austin's not going to be able to get the spot through the, I don't know what to call that, X-ray machine, but Noble is going to get this bomb planted. Looks like they're going to get some shots in, but Austin is going to get ripped from statue. That's going to give Sloths the advantage here, 2-0.
Yeah. Sorry, I wasn't really paying attention. My wife just brought me some concession stand popcorn. So,
W.
You know I'm excited. It's a full bag, too. Normally, it's like half, because I think she's snacking on the way home. But, man, full bag this time? I'm just blessed. What can I say? Cast some Call of Duty, eat some popcorn, drink some liquid out of my coffee mug. That shall not be disclosed on stream, because it's water. You would never say that you're drinking water. I mean, it just, you know what we're saying here. But
waters are very healthy for you.
Water's great. I do have a glass of additional water next to my coffee mug of water. I just, I went to school for 4 years, and they gave us a coffee mug as our graduation gift, so I feel like I have to drink water out of it. Make it worth the while.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it seems legit. Seems legit. It looks like
this
Maui
map
Chums.
is.
Huh?
This map is so hard to read and cast sometimes. rounds over. See, I
Yeah,
don't know,
yeah.
man. There's so many things that happen. Like you get a couple seconds in, nobody's super aggressive, and since the map is so small, there's so many choke points. Things are just gonna hit all at once. It seems a lot of times, and that's exactly what we see here. I mean, Maui Chums just able to pick the right positions and just catch the sloth players off in transition. And so I mean, it easy for the side of Maui there, heading into a round number 4. Maui really got to pick this up. I think it's a good win there. They don't want to go down 3-0, but this is definitely the map. You got to win this. You got to tie it up. I mean, it's early in the season. Both teams are 1-0. Both teams haven't lost a map yet. So Sloths hand Maui their first map loss of the season. Granted, it is only week 2, but both these teams are capable of doing really anything on the map. And I expect Maui to make a good comeback here and have a good series for us, which is ultimately what we want to see. And right as I say that, we're left in another 1v3.
Yeah, it happens pretty fast on this map. Seattle is going to get the bomb planted. It looks like they potentially have some intel that stun is going to hit, so they're going to know that Austin is over towards that side of the map. Looks like they're fanning out, potentially sitting Noble in here for the kill, but he's not going to find them quite yet. Chernobyl's going to get some shots down and going to be able to pick off Austin there. You know, just you see just a lot of aggression over towards the statue side in that round, and ultimately, I think we had a nice pinch come through from the bottom X-ray machine, and some shots went down. There was a trade, and then everybody was dead. And then Austin was like, "Where'd you guys go? I lost you guys. I don't know what's going on." And he died. That's Colossus Search and Destroy.
So good, you know. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, granted, from the player perspective, you just gotta have people sit back and like watch mid, or rush statue, or you kind of have this like awkward square up towards boat. A little weird. If I were to choose my probably least favorite search map, it'd be Scar. But then it's this one.
Guard than this one.
Yeah, Scar is boring. I mean, nobody makes plays towards the B side. Everybody's just, it's the same thing over and over. At least this is a bang out every time. It's like great to watch as long as you don't have casters who don't know what they're doing.
Well,
Like this.
who could that possibly be? We know so much about Call of Duty.
Yeah. You know who knows a thing or two about winning? The Seattle Sloths.
Yeah, they've won
Winning
lots
another
of
round of
rounds
Search
here in
and
the
Destroy
Search
here.
and Destroy. Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
We're catching it.
Exactly.
We're good.
I
There
think
with this,
if the
folks, it's,
team
it's slow.
wins more rounds in Search and Destroy, I think they win the map. Is that right?
Yeah, pending you get to 6 first.
Oh,
but
you
yeah.
have to get to 6 first. Okay. Okay, that's
But
W
you do
information.
technically win. You do win more rounds than the other team if you get to 6.
Yes. Is that how? Is it out of like 15 rounds? Ooh. Patience does not pay off for relapse
unfortunate.
there. Very unfortunate. Looks like the Sloths are going to be pushing through their spawn, able to get 2 kills there. Austin is in the back, and he's going to get ripped off the heady of that little, not a golf cart, but a little cart used to transport luggage potentially.
Yeah, in
at
the
the
airport? That's what I was thinking. Yeah, it's exactly.
Yeah, yeah. You ever ridden on one of those?
I haven't. No. I hear.
No?
I hear if you're pregnant or you're injured, they'll like put you on one sometimes. And unfortunately, I can't get pregnant. But I can get injured, so maybe I'll
Whoa.
try that next time we go to the airport.
I got a baseball bat. I can smack your knee if you want.
I mean, hey, next time we're taking a family vacation together, we can arrange that. We
Yeah.
can both get rides on it. You can be handcuffed, and I can be right in the medical room. You know.
There we go. There we go. There we go. Now we choose to
Sloths
play.
looking. Go ahead.
Oh, you want me to go
yeah,
ahead?
we don't.
There's
It'll
some
speak for
kills.
itself. We're good.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're
there's
good.
some kills. There's some people that are dead. Maui does have the. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say they had the life advantage, but they died by banishable. So that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
But
I was gonna say this is the round. I mean, obviously this is like a, I don't know, what have we coined, like the 90% full sale or whatever garbage we're calling when you're down 5-1. It's like the anti-curse type of stuff. See J-Mel's, I don't think that's his snipe. I think that's Austin's snipe. But he'll be looking here. He's got He's got both. He's got overkill. He is breaking the rules, as I've been being told in the back. Down to one shot here, looking towards that P1. It's going to fall. Seattle Sloths up 2-0 in the series. Going pretty quick here. The Maui Chums are not putting up the fight that I thought they would. And I'm really hoping they decide to prove me wrong. Map number 3 here. This is Maui Chums do or die here. Seattle Sloths up 2-0 in the series. Looking like we're going to see Seattle on, I think what they're saying is the better side. I don't really know. So I think, you know, a lot of teams are saying you want to start out on the worst side because you're only capped at you're capped at 4 captures on the first half. But the second half you can get as many as you want. And so you definitely want to be on the better side the second time. But if you can have a good first half, it doesn't really matter what you do. We see some interesting kills coming down here. It looks like Chernobyl is able to take a dunk right away here for the Seattle Sloths as we get this rotation over towards Roos for the next overload location.
Yeah, and this is what makes Overload pretty interesting in my opinion when you compare it to Capture the Flag, is that you get that Overload device to spawn on the opposite side pretty much where you usually dunk. You know, we see him go left side and it spawns right, and it's very important that the team that just dunked gets the rotations back over to help out. And we saw, I think it was Chernobyl off, not Chernobyl off spawn, he was the one that dunked. Whoever's off spawn, get a couple key kills over towards that roof side that allowed his team to push back over to help out again. So Overload has been such a great game mode, like you were saying. It's been so much fun to watch, so much chaos, so many shenanigans that can come down. As a player, you're trying to count bodies, you're trying to see what's going on, and we already see dunk number 3 coming in from the side of the Seattle Sloths. They're maintaining their positioning here towards their spawn, winning a lot of key gunfights. Looks like Relapse is going to push out a Sofa, able to get one, going to get the trade onto the second. Austin is, and that's going to allow Maui to potentially pull this device and start moving through. But there's a player on the flank that's Noble. It's going to get picked up, and now you kind of start to see the tweaking where you had some map positioning available to you, you don't take it, and now you guys are right back to taking gunfights once again. And that's one of the fun things that we get to see here in the Overload.
Yeah, I mean, that position right there, as you start talking about the tweaking, is just so chaotic as a player. You have no idea. That's 4 dead. We're going to get a dunk here towards B. And oh, Zin gets a... What is that spawn? What in the world is that? Oh, we talk about this game mode being the best, and I mean, there it is right there. You never really know when the other player is going to spawn on the point 10 feet away from you. Like, man, that is great. I was going to... Dude, Seattle's just doing their thing on this map. Maui Chums look completely lost so far. I don't know. Maybe they haven't been playing a lot of Overload. Maybe something else has been happening, but it's just... Oh!
There's a hole there, bud. There's a hole there, bud.
So we just... yeah, Maui's got a good chance here. They're picking up this device. They're gonna...
Oh!
Whoa! We're good here. We're good here. A lot of... Maybe the first one. You know, was it the last? Hang on. BO6. First cast that we did. Didn't we see someone else fall off the map?
You know,
Was it our first cast?
It's been a while since we casted our first match of Black Ops 6, but for those of you that may not have tuned into that match, there was a certain, let's say, operator and potentially owner and runner of the Call of Duty Rec League. Yeah, sorry, man. Your AR punch is not going to beat a knife there. But there was a map called Skyline, if you recall that, in a search and destroy game mode, and that operator owner, he may have flew off the map and died in search and destroy. It was pretty funny.
Not just fall like we just saw Banishable do, but dude yeeted himself off the map. I'm sure we're gonna see that here too. We see that all the time on this map towards like right side towards white on the rocks. People just fly off the map. But man, Seattle Sloths looking pretty refined so far. Maui Chums just, I don't know what they're doing. Maybe they just don't know where the device spawns on this map or what. The good news is they're on the better side for the second half here. So they have the opportunity to tie it up here with 4 dunks. Seattle Sloths did it pretty quick. Honestly, they would have got it done in like 2.5 minutes if it weren't for that unfortunate spawn on the side of Zin. But Seattle Sloths looking to make something here. So they just need to either keep the Chums from scoring 4 points or they need to score 4 of their own. And they're looking to just continue the scoring here. Chernobyl's going to get another dunk towards his B side. Device is going to spawn roofs. And the side of the Maui Chums are leaving the map.
Well,
We're hearing that there's maybe some illegal play happening. We'll kind of see what happens. Potentially a smoke being thrown in a respawn. That is a no-go. So we'll kind of see what happens. We'll do a little bit of research here and find out what's exactly going on. But so far, well, we just saw a Yobi off stream, but you didn't see it. It resulted in nothing, so we're never gonna see it again. Maui Chums here after the quick forfeit, taking a little smoke break here into map number 4. Looking pretty hot here on this exposure. This is going to be a good map for the ARs. Keg on a heady there. Gets absolutely ripped by Austin as we see the Maui Chums. It's looking pretty grim here for the side of Seattle Sloths. They're hitting a little splits here through mid and towards that P4 side. But Maui Chums are looking to extend this to a map number 5 here if they can do so.
yeah, and they're starting off good here so far in the P1. It looks like they flipped the spawns off the rip. Chernobyl is going to get a nice teammate on the Banishable there. J Miles playing over towards this old time is able to get 2 nice kills there. That's going to secure the scrap time for the side of the Maui Chums, and now we're going to make our way over towards the tank for P2. Keg is going to get killed by multiple non-amigos, and that's going to allow Maui to transition over towards the P2 side. Noble is fighting through the middle of the map. Looks like we got the spawns going towards the wrong side for the Maui Chums. You want to be on the opposite solar side, more towards that jump up rather than whatever the heck this hill is that I forget is. And now Noble is looking to push out that spawn, looking to flip this for his team, but he's got the gunfight. He's got the win here.
You talk about P2?
No.
Is that what you're trying to think of? Or are you trying to think of like tank?
P4.
Oh, I see. I got you.
There's a solar panel and there's solar panels. They're on the good solar panels now.
I mean,
other solar panels are
personally, as a team, we call them solar no matter what. So, I mean, no confusion ever comes out of that one. But yeah, you do have the solar panels towards the P3 side, which our Seattle Sloths are on, and then towards that P4 side on the other side where Maui are. 7 seconds left here in this P2. Seattle Sloths looking in control once again here in the hard point, just looking like the better team overall. We'll see if Maui Chums can switch that up here. They have the opportunity to bust through mid here. Banish is going to be sitting in this window corner here. J-Mel's is definitely not going to read it, but they do get that nade kill through Austin. Relapse able to pick up another kill. Just left one player towards the back here, and Chernobyl's going to have help with Keg, as well as we're seeing some split spawns here. They're going to be waiting for this mid pinch towards the side of Banish and Noble as they get these. But the side of Seattle Sloths looking to break in. We do see a nade kill from Keg. He's going to kill 2, make that 3 as he counts as a teammate. Relapse able to pick up 1, not able to pick up another, as Chernobyl's able to pick up some kills and Banish able to win that last fight to secure some time for the Seattle Sloths.
Yeah, but as soon as that time gets secured, Maui is right back in. Austin able to win a big gun. Another big gunfight too. That's going to force the Seattle Sloths to spawn in the back, and they're going to have to fight here through the old time or try to make some routes happen here. It looks like Maui is choosing to go and rotate back towards this new hill, so now Seattle is going to be fighting through middle, and we've got number 6, that's Chernobyl, going on a deep right side route, but he's going to have a gunfight here, and he is going to get taken out by Austin, so good reads there. 3 kills go down to the side of the Maui Chums. Noble's the last player left up close, but he is going to get found out off those lovely wall bounces there. And now Seattle Sloths are going to have to try again to break into this hill. And this is a tough hill to break if you have your setup right and you win your gunfights.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't played this map with the new hill much. I mean, obviously we played this week's match, or would have if, you know, we were decent and played exposure. But now we get stuck with Den, worst hardpoint map I've ever seen. But you know, not a lot of teams probably have a bunch of reps unless they've been just ripping scrims the last couple weeks. So, I mean, it still may be new to a little bit of a lot of the teams, but man, if you could predict where they're spawning, either they're coming from mid or they're coming from solar, that one is a guaranteed money hill. And you kind of see that there with Maui Chums, able to take the lead here as we head into a P5 with Noble able to pick up 2 huge kills towards mid, as the rest of his teammates are looking just to play the supporting cast towards middle and old time here. Noble 10 and 11 so far, looking to heat up a little bit here on this P5s as he's just been instructed to sit in hill and just stay down for his team.
Yeah, I mean, I think we've seen at least 3, if not maybe 4 ARs out from the side of the Sloths, and Maui is choosing to stick with your typical 2-and-2 split. this hill in particular, it can be kind of helpful to have some submachine gun players over towards the middle of the map, and I think a lot of the control can happen over there as you start to try to funnel these players through the right side, and we're seeing some nice kills come down from the side of the Seattle Sloths, but Zen is over here watching the cross, but he is going to get double chowed, and those nice two pieces from both Banish and Chernobyl are going to allow them to break into this hill for the scrap time. But now we're going to be making our way back over towards P1 once again for the second rotation of hills. Pretty even matchup here so far through the first rotation. 20-point lead to the side of the Seattle Sloths. We saw them kind of have a really good P2. P3 was kind of split, and then Maui was able to bounce back big time over towards that P4. So we're going to see what transitions, what changes these two teams make, and see if anybody starts to pull a lead out.
Yeah, I mean, this P2 can be really big. I mean, we see that really everything but P1 can be held down as a money hill if you just are reading spawns right and not doing too many dumb things. So, I mean, P1 is going to remain mixy. Seattle Sloths still have about a 20-point lead here as Keg is just ripping people off of P1, almost getting the third there on Zen as he's able to pick up one kill. Shots into Banish there on the second, but is going to get overloaded by a couple players on the side of Seattle. Looking to pick up the rest of this time. Noble with a big two-piece on time. J-Mel's hitting that Omni movement jump to pick up the rest of the scrap time. It's going to put them within about 10 as they get towards the P2. But look, once again, Seattle Sloths are the only people, rotating here as Maui Chums, have a person or two there, but it's really not enough. They're not winning any of these rotations. And as we kind of look to further in this map, they're going to need to be doing something. If they want to take this win, you can't really just be splitting these hills. You're going to have to hold something down. They had a pretty successful P4, but that was really the only thing we ever saw them rotate to, and I think they kind of just got lucky as some spawn outs came through.
Yeah, and that P4, if you get those back spawns and you just have some people set up and iron up on the back sides, it's so easy to just funnel and win the gunfights close. So it tracks, and they're able to get a nice break here so far, but they're going to have to continue to push through this hill to go towards the preferred spawn side, and that's a nice 3 down. They're looking for one more player. That's top solar, but spawns are still kind of close for the Seattle Sloths until it's not, and they flip. J-Mel is able to get that player off of time. Big gunfight won by Relapse over towards the new hill as well, so Maui Chums are going to be here first. Chernobyl potentially looking to make the play. Going to get some shots into Relapse, but 2 big kills for Relapse is going to secure the rotations over to the side of the Maui Chums. But there are still 2 Sloth players left up here close on the left side. Trade comes down, and now the Sloths are going to have some potential for a pinch here. Zen is looking to potentially pick up this back play, but he's going to get taken out by Keg. And now we're going to see some interesting timings happening. Relapse is going to have to check every single angle. Going to get taken out, and now Maui is going to be fighting from the front side.
Yeah, and this is really not this is not what you want to do. This is pretty easy to counter. Noble able to pick up a big kill there on Austin Zen. Looking to make something work towards stairs here, but Keg and the fellow Sloths are able to make it work on this hill. Able to remain in control. These Maui Chums are Chums players are still spawning mid, which is going to be good if they want to hold this P4. They're looking like they want to make a little special of a push here. It does not see Chernobyl in the corner, able to pick it up. They get the last 12 seconds there, but they do a good job too. Those other 2 players still spawn out after those deaths and get that P4 rotation. So they're going to lose a couple seconds to scrap here, but Sloths are going to have to fight into this P4. And this is where the game, kind of got tied back up, and Maui Chums, they were able to take the lead last time was on this P4. Banish is kind of back here. We'll see if he can slip the net or get through anywhere. J-Mel's able to pick him up, so it's going to kind of flesh out that for the side of Seattle. They're going to have to continue to fight through the front. Keg able to pick up a big 2-piece there. Chernobyl getting active here in the back. This is a big kill on us. If he's going to secure these spawns for his team, that will be huge. We do see the side of Maui kind of spawning towards that solar side here. Side of Seattle Sloths are able to read that. It's kind of just back and forth checkerboard patterns here. Fights towards mid for the hill. We see Keg able to pick some shots into the Relapse there and J-Mel's, but not able to pick up that kill, as that was a hard-fought battle there for a good chunk of that time, as Maui Chums are looking to keep the rest of the scrap time. The Seattle Sloths are going to have to start looking towards this P5 rotation.
Yeah, P5 rotation's big. We see Relapse here once again rotating early for his squad, winning some key gunfights. He's going to be set up first. There's going to be 2 players over there now. Scrap time going to the Maui Chums as well. Looks like a player is going to get spotted mid, going to get taken out. 2 kills come down towards the middle of the map. There is one more player there. That's Banishable, able to win 1 gunfight. Gonna have a second one here, gonna win that as well. Chernobyl is able to win 1 towards the hill. He's gonna go for the Omni movement outside the map and wins that one too. And now Seattle Sloths gonna break in after the late rotation comes through. And this hill, it's hard to break from this heady side if you don't win a lot of good gunfights. And they're just running them down right now, looking for this last player. Gonna get him picked up as well. There's gonna be one more player towards the middle of the map that they're gonna need to pick up, and they're looking for spawners already as well.
Yeah, look at this challengers player going absolutely huge in gold there. Keg able to pick up a big two-piece, gets that stun on that player as well. Austin gonna be kind of left alive here by himself. Can he make anything worse? Gonna get one. Noble's gonna pick up that as well. So the Sloths able to pick up some big time on this P5 and continuing just to pick up all of this time. They got about 5 seconds left on this hill. Gonna hit that 230 mark. Only need 20 for the win. The Maui Chums are gonna have to fight a good P1 here, not let the Sloths get too much time, and then they're gonna have to hit a P2 rotation, which is not something we've seen so far. So we'll see if they can make that change and extend this game.
Yeah, and Sloths are kind of playing through the top side of P3 and through their elbow, it looks like. J-Mel's able to get one, gonna get traded out. Kind of back and forth here. Keg's able to find one from the top window. There's one player left on time. Blue Barrel, Banishable's gonna get some shots and gonna get taken out. Good win there by Zin to continue to soak some of this time. As teammates are doing a good job of kind of funneling around, and we see 3 good kills come down from the side of Maui. And now Seattle Sloths are gonna be off spawn once again, and they're gonna have to find a new route to take, or they're gonna keep fighting through the middle of the map. But Maui is winning every gunfight here now. Noble's able to finally get one for his squad, able to get 2. There's gonna be one player left in hill, one more player towards the middle of the map. Austin's gonna get some good shots. Nades coming through, and now we're gonna be making our way over towards P2, and Maui is here first, but gunfights are gonna come down real fast.
Yeah, and the time Maui actually has more than one player here, able to get those trades. Austin able to pick the 2, Zin able to pick one up as well. This is going to be lead change for the side of Maui Chums. They know what side of Seattle are spawning on as well. They have one player through mid. Noble able to pick up that player on J-Mel's, able to flush the timeout here. Austin able to pick up one before falling. Banish and Keg both pick up one respectively here as Relapse. Furthest play forward here on Solar. Teammates able to pick up some kills. We have one last player on hill here for the side of Seattle Sloths, but they are making it work here as Seattle are winning the gunfights that they can. Austin last alive here. Nobody's in the hill yet. We see another lead change coming for the side of Seattle Sloths, and this looks like it's going to end here. The side of Maui Chums have to make this work. There's one player left. Keg able to pick up that kill, and this is looking like it's going to be it. Seattle Sloths able to secure that break there on P2 and come away with that win on map number 4. A 3-1 map win for the side of Seattle Sloths with a big old asterisk right there at the back.
Yeah, I mean, that last P2 was very back and forth. Maui there early, winning every gunfight. Seattle breaks in, Maui breaks back, Seattle breaks back, and then finally they get about, I think, maybe 4 or 5 straight kills, and they're able to